A quick peek into the locker room as the players get set for the game ahead, looking to make a big splash here tonight. Welcome, everyone. Thanks for tuning in to 2K Sports for this NBA presentation. This is Brian Anderson. Joining me, analysts Richard Jefferson and Grant Hill, and reporter Allie LaForce. As always, things getting interesting in the West. A look at the standings. You look at the Spurs, they've put together the 6th best record in the conference. And, of course, Los Angeles, just barely behind them, only one spot down.
Well, right now for the Spurs, they've stayed within arm's length of the conference leaders. That in itself is an accomplishment at this point in the season.
But it's something we expected. This team was built to compete with anyone.
And now the Los Angeles starters. Harden and Powell, their backcourt. Kawhi and Zubac make up the front court. And it's Jones in at the small forward position. And for the Spurs, Sohan and Wemby are the big. Vassell and Johnson are the 2 and the 3, and it's Paul in at point. Richard, what do you expect to see from this guard matchup?
These guys are lethal one-on-one, but I think the key is to keep their teammates involved, playing unselfish basketball.
They got a piece of it, and they get it back. Sohan, always a nice way to start, makes his first one.
Well, Sohan has been well coached on attacking the glass, and doing that gets him the follow-up bucket.
Harden drives in. Leonard on the wing. Sohan covering. Right wing. 6 to shoot. Here's Leonard. Gets some space and parries the jumper.
Yeah, the versatile scoring ability of Kawhi, whether long range, short range, mid range, he can do it all.
Now the call will be against James Harden. That's his first foul of the game.
These calls can be so difficult for officials to make.
Now here's Paul. In his last outing, 8 points for him. Pass to Johnson. Outside Paul. Here he goes.
On the drive, Paul can be trouble, going right into the coverage just to get the whistle.
San Antonio shooting their first free throws of the evening. That one falls, so he hits both of them. And for an up-and-coming San Antonio Spurs team, Grant, what's the key for them in your mind?
I'd have to say, B.A., that it's patience. You know, young guys need time to develop their game and learn from experience. You can't expect people to become stars overnight.
Moving downhill, Harden can be so wily, cutting through the D right to a shot.
Inside. Here's Sohan. The shot, no good. Oh, solid D from Leonard. Oh, he powers right through the defender for the dunk. Draws the foul, too. And he'll go to the line. It goes on Chris Paul. Los Angeles shooting their first free throw of the night. The free throw drops for Leonard.
And you know, guys, I mean, he is a solid free throw shooter. And, of course, Leonard has everything in his game.
Wembanyama, pass to Sohan. Now Johnson. On the wing, Vassell. Outside Paul. 6 on the shot clock. Wembanyama, high post. Rebound by the Clippers. They couldn't put the pieces together, losing that last matchup with Phoenix.
And their body language was unimpressive. They looked defeated much of the night, and because of it, they took the L.
Yeah, I just didn't see any fire from them to want to get it back. That's just one of those games you throw away in the trash and try and forget about it.
Now here's Paul. Taking a look at his production, averaging just over 8 points a game. Pass to Wembanyama. And stolen by Leonard. The finish! And the dunk by Leonard.
a dynamic two-way player. Leonard is especially gifted at turning defense into offense.
And Greg Popovich has called timeout. He wants to give him a breather and talk things over. Their last meeting was in this building. They were able to come out on top.
They came away with an easy win last time, due in large part to their work on the glass.
And if they can keep that same physicality, you have to think they'll be in a good position to grab another win here.
Los Angeles leading by 5. And even after a year, the numbers that Wembanyama can put up are staggering.
Oh, terrifying what his stat line could look like in 5 years' time. His minutes and usage will only continue to grow. He could have multiple quadruple doubles in his future.
San Antonio with the ball, following the score by Los Angeles. Blocked! And it's the Clippers on the break. Harden, good. Harden's got his second basket. And what's your take, guys, here on the hustle stats for the Clippers?
When you pile up the blocks earlier in games, it really can affect the other team. They lose confidence offensively.
You know, they've also been very effective at running the floor. Just a ton of points in the fast break has been a big part of their success.
Here's Sohan, sinks the tray. Sohan's got 5 points.
This is why you always have to chase guys off the arc, because everyone has a three-point shot now.
Nice one-handed jam. Simple and effective, B.A.
Hey, with the lead, I'm surprised he didn't come up with something a little more creative. Now here's Paul. Pass to Wembanyama. That one falls. He's now 1 for 3.
There were questions about Wembanyama's strength coming into the league. No problem with the contact here.
Out to Leonard. There's the 3. The rebound by Victor Wembanyama. Spurs trail by 6. And here's Johnson, defended by Jones. Pass to Wembanyama. There's the triple. Offensive rebound. Johnson. Oh, nice fake, but the layup's off the mark.
Had enough room to finish, and that's one he'll usually make.
9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Powell right side. Here's Zubats. Shot clock at 5. Outside Harden. The Clippers got to hurry. Late clock here. And a deep 3 from Leonard. And they recover it. Outside for Harden. From deep three-point land. The long distance 3 is buried. He's got 7. Jones with the block. And so it's the Los Angeles Clippers. They have a nice 9-point cushion at the end of the quarter. Their defensive efforts have paid off, effectively shutting down the opposing offense. And more NBA action on 2K Sports coming your way right after this. And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. And before we move on, what do you think about what we've seen from the Clippers?
Well, clearly they played well in the first period because of their selfless attitude.
They're playing for one another and focusing on making winning plays. You love to see it.
We've got Barnes. He's out there with Zach Collins. And it's Paul in at the point guard position. So that's who San Antonio starts the second with. Mama, the pass to Batum. Here's Coffee. Just 5 on the clock. And he's going for the oop here. And it's Bamba finishing strong.
We have witnessed Harden becoming a dynamic playmaker over time, including improving as a distributor.
Here's Collins. Oh, and makes it with the kiss.
Just a textbook lead pass right there, putting it right where it needed to be.
Screen by Bamba. Harden with it. Picked up by Collins. Pass to Coffee. The 3-ball. Knocks it down from distance.
You can't lose a shooter like him on the court. The ball will find its way to him, and he will drill a 3 each time.
And there's a whistle. That goes on Terrence Mann. That's his first foul. Some changes for Los Angeles. Dunn comes in for Batum. And it's Porter Jr. in for James Harden.
Kevin Porter Jr.
Just over a minute has passed here in the second quarter. Barnes passes to Collins. Here's Branham, defended by Dunn. Shot clock at 6. Collins outside. Offline with a 3. The Clippers lead by 12. Here's Porter. And it's blocked by Collins. They recover it. Man, the pass to Dunn. Back to Man. To the left side wing. Now here's Bamba. Defense is right there. And Chris Paul clears it away.
Really thought he had this one, and the defense, they were giving it to him.
You know, from the 2020 bubble to late 2021, Zach Collins didn't play a single game. He missed over a year, Richard.
Yeah, underwent ankle surgery, missing a ton of game. Despite that, Zach's come back stronger, really improving all aspects of his game.
Yeah, check out the ups on Porter, leaping off the floor and playing over the defense.
Pass to Collins. Shoots. And can't get it. He's now 1 of 3.
And usually that's a bucket for him, but look, nobody's perfect in the mid-range.
Oh, deflected. And here's Dunn. Screen by Bamba. Dunn with it. Picked up by Collins. Left side Man. Shoots over Paul. Tried to bank it in, but it misses. And so it's Barnes with it. He brings it up for San Antonio. Down by 12. They're moving on after a tough loss they took at the hands of the Pacers.
And their body language was unimpressive. They looked defeated much of the night, and because of it, they took the L.
Yeah, I just didn't see any fire from them to want to get it back. That's just one of those games you throw away in the trash and try and forget about it.
Coffey can't get it to go. The Spurs have gotten 2 of 5 shots to fall this second quarter. Let's check in with our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Hey, Brian. NBA Commissioner Adam Silver is highly encouraged by the growth of the game. He said, in addition to being the fastest growing sport in the world, we are the #1 participation team sport in the United States. Boys and girls are playing basketball in record numbers. Love to hear it, Brian.
No doubt. The game's in a great place right now, Allie. Thank you. And we've got a timeout called by Greg Popovich. Coach wants to speak to his guys, maybe alter some of the game plan. A line change here for San Antonio. And just over 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. The shot by Johnson, no good.
And you have to think that they're leading this game because of how they've controlled the boards tonight.
And timeout called by Ty Lue. He's going to gather the troops and talk it over.
Coming out on the floor.
And let's take a look at the power rankings and see how these teams compare across the league. You look at the Warriors, they're building some momentum right now and aiming for a spot in the top 5.
They're checking out the Clippers. They've had a fairly inconsistent season so far, always hovering around the same spot in the rankings.
And Ty Lue has called a timeout. We might see him looking to make some tweaks to the strategy here. And the Clippers going with a whole new group out there. 1:14 left in the second. Leonard inside. He's against Sohan. Outside Harden. Just 5 to shoot. Here's Leonard. Rebounded by the Spurs. Outside Johnson. Pass to Wembanyama to stop the drought. And it's good for 2. Wembanyama's gotten his second bucket.
I know what they say, defense wins championships, but you need some bucket getters too now.
Powell outside. Back to Harden. Out to Leonard. Fires from deep. Yes, and a nice assist from Harden. Harden's got 3 assists now in this one.
Backing up that last 3 with another 3. The defense has to stop giving them so many clean looks.
Now here's Vassell. No points yet. Pass to Sohan from deep. Knocks down the triple.
Off the catch, Sohan is pretty reliable. He's a smart shooter, and he won't pass up those high percentage opportunities.
Zubac screen. Leonard for 3. No good. Misses is at the buzzer. And so it's the Los Angeles Clippers in a good situation, up by 13 points to close the quarter. They've done well to disrupt the opposition, playing inspired defense. Well, now we have some time to check in with Allie LaForce. Allie.
I'm joined by Clippers head coach Ty Lue. And coach, when Kawhi Leonard comes out like he has tonight, what's the overall impact?
It impacts our team. I think, everything opens up. Guys are less on edge. And when he starts like this, it gives us a great momentum going into the game. So we like what he's doing right now. Now we got to build on it.
When you have a player like that, you follow his lead. Thanks, coach.
Thanks very much, Allie. We'll be back soon to start the second half of basketball.
Thanks for stopping by, everybody. The story tonight, everything, and I mean everything, is working well for the Los Angeles Clippers.
I mean, when you go inside and impose your will this way, you're delivering a gut punch.
Yeah, there's a whole other half to go, but the way they're winning this makes them the heavy favorite now. And let's switch it up. Here's a look at some of the possible contenders for this year's dunk contest.
The voting process will be wrapping up soon. Finally. Excited to see which players make the cut.
Same. In fact, I might suit up and try some dunks I've been working on.
Of the trampoline variety, no doubt.
You've been spying on me, Ernie?
You don't want to know. That's it for us. Thanks for tuning in. Now let's send you over to Brian Anderson with the third period.
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next two quarters are any different from the first two. So far, it's been a runaway. It's been one outstanding game from Kawhi Leonard.
Through the first two quarters, he's been on fire. Explosive offensive performance.
If they don't change their approach in the second half, let's just say his success will continue.
Grant, we're starting to see more players throwing alley-oops to themselves off the backboard. Did you ever do that?
In practice, maybe, but although I had some leaping ability early on, I never had the audacity to do it in a real game.
So, on the floor for the Clippers, Harden and Powell, their backcourt. Kawhi and Zubac make up the front court, and it's Jones in at the small forward.
Early ball, skill-wise, but Sohan has that rare physical traits and a tremendous upside.
To the inside, pass to Zubac. Leonard outside. Outside Harden. With some arc. And the layup is up and in. Harden's got 9 points.
Fighting for those points, the beard playing tough.
Ball passes to Sohan. Releases from 15. And that one off the back of the rim and in.
And he's doing everything he can offensively to lift them out of this hole. But I'm not sure his hot shooting can do it alone.
Harden finds Leonard. A little over a minute gone here in the second half. Powell outside. Pass to Zubac. And the layup is good after a nice lead pass.
A great move. I mean, the defense has no response.
Yeah, taking it right to the rim. One imagines that might be discussed at halftime. That's going to be on the film.
Now here's Wembanyama. Phenomenal stats on a consistent basis. Puts up over 24 points a game. Vassell can't get it to go.
And they're +5 on the boards after that rebound.
Harden, the pass to Leonard. 2 minutes gone in this third quarter now. Rebounded by the Spurs. Trying to make up ground here.
And with plenty of time left, you want to play with urgency, but not desperation.
Good work by Johnson scanning the floor, looking for those chances to share the ball.
Now here's Leonard. Sohan covering. Leonard passes to Zubac. And it's slammed in by Zubac.
Attacking the rim with power.
Tremendous finish. Pass to Vassell. Harden against Paul. Down low. Oh, who else? Wembanyama.
And you see how fluid Wembanyama is. 7'5" guys shouldn't be able to move like this.
And Leonard, here we go. And the bucket counts. And he is on his way to the line. He'll try to make it a three-point play. Harrison Barnes, he's checked in for San Antonio. And he's gone 1 for 1 in the game so far at the line.
In their previous game, he simply couldn't miss from the line.
And so it's San Antonio with it. It's a 14-point game. And the call will be against James Harden. That's his third foul of the game.
First team foul. Substitution on the court.
3 minutes gone now in the third quarter. A moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
Victor Wembanyama is looking to make the Spurs a contender. He said, my hunger is bigger than ever to win and compete. I can get so much better, and this is what I'm trying to do every game, every week, and every month. There's no need to be frustrated. I keep my long-term goals in mind.
Passion and patience. Good stuff, Allie. Thank you. Now here's Dunn. He's scoreless. Outside Porter. Clock at 4. Shoots over Paul. And once again, off the mark by Los Angeles. Spurs trail by 14. Well, Richard, it might be a long time before we see a player with the combination of Wembanyama's size and skill.
He changes every opponent's game plan, offensively and defensively. You've seen nothing like it, and we probably won't for a long time.
Paul with a steal. Vassell outside. Pass to Barnes. Now Paul, he's guarded by Porter. And as it goes out of bounds, San Antonio will keep possession. And a quick look here at some of the numbers for Harrison Barnes.
And over the last 5 games, his field goal percentage has increased. And you can make a case his confidence as well because of this.
A different look for San Antonio. Collins, he's checked in for Sohan. Branham comes in for Vassell. And it's Trey Jones in for Paul.
Yeah, this is what everyone wants to see Wembanyama doing. Dominating on the inside.
Up top, Porter. Looking at the numbers, he's putting up 7 points a game. Man, the pass to Porter. 6 on the shot clock. From the top of the key, he buries it. And the Clippers lead by 14.
This right here, whew, this is how you want to play the game. With passion, with energy, just great hustle play right there. And even from where we're sitting, you could clearly tell it was a foul.
It's his first trip to the line. No good on that one.
Second team foul. Trey Jones.
Good on the second one. There's 25 seconds left in the third. Los Angeles leading by 13. Now Porter. 12 seconds left in the third quarter. And there's a pick. Pass to Coffey from the arc. No good that time. And so it's the Los Angeles Clippers in a good situation, up by 13 points to close the quarter. They put in work down low, getting in close and scoring in bunches. Time for a quick break, then back to the action. It's time now to bring you our State Farm assist of the game.
And I'll tell you what, this was a no-brainer tonight. Take a look at the precision on this feed. Couldn't place it any better.
You've got to admire the vision just as much as the accuracy. Not many players can even spot that pass.
Well, there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. We've got Zach Collins, Chris Paul out there with Barnes, and it's Branham in at the 2. That's who's in the game for the Spurs. And it's Porter with the ball for the Clippers. And following this game, they hit the road to challenge the Hornets at Spectrum Center in Charlotte. That'll be the third stop of this 4-game trip. And Ty Lue has called a timeout. He wants to make sure everyone is aligned, given the situation right now. And let's send it over to Allie LaForce.
During that last break, Coach Tyronn Lue had some advice for the team. He said, keep it going, guys. Ride this wave of momentum. We're playing great right now, but we can't let up. Guys, back to you.
And Allie, thanks. And timeout called by Ty Lue. He clearly wants to talk it over and make sure everyone is focused. Some changes for Los Angeles.
Wow, let's hear another round of applause for your Spurs Hype Squad dance team. Come on.
Leonard against Barnes. Now here's Leonard. He's guarded closely. Clock at 6. Harden surveying the D. They get it back. Out to Leonard. Powell outside. Leonard passes to Powell. Fires for 3. Rebounded by Branham. Spurs trail by 13. Finished off the break.
Saw the play develop and Barnes got out in front to get the score.
Los Angeles has gone 0 for 2 from outside here in the fourth quarter. Out to Leonard. So steady inside.
Oh, this is why you get Leonard the ball inside and just let him go to work.
To the middle. Collins passes to Champagnie. And he's going to the line for 2. The official saw contact while he was going up. More and more we're seeing international players come into the league who are NBA ready, Grant.
It really is a sight to see, BA. And some of those guys start playing pro ball when they're 16 or 17 years old. It toughens you up real quick playing against older competition at that age.
Now here's Leonard. Out of bounds. It'll be Spurs ball. And now a look at the upcoming schedule for Los Angeles. On Friday, they're off to Charlotte to face off with the Hornets. Then on Sunday, they're off to Toronto to face off with the Raptors.
Some might look at this schedule and already mark off how many wins they'll get, but I think that's a mistake. You can never take a night off in the NBA. Even the ones you think will be easy are tough.
Here's Sohan. The three-pointer off the mark.
Going into halftime, he had 2 threes in his pocket, but hasn't added to that total since.
Operation Feed the Horse. Feed him early and often. And guess what? It's working. They have the lead.
Now here's Paul. Throws it up high. Oh, Wembanyama on the receiving end.
I mean, it seems like you could throw it up to Wembanyama on every offensive possession, and he'll slam it home.
Leonard finds Zubac. Leonard outside. 14 feet away. The rebound by the Spurs. Wembanyama's got his 5th rebound in this one. To the inside. Here's Sohan. And the deficit down inside single digits.
So good at keeping his balance through contact. Sohan showing some poise right there.
And Harden with the slam.
A monster finish with authority.
And he hangs on the rim for a little extra spice. Pass to Wembanyama.
When Wembanyama has the ball in there, I mean, it's often a bucket, a foul, or both.
And a moment here to take a look at the scoring breakdown for the Clippers.
You got to be impressed with how assertive they are on offense, continuing to cut hard to the rim time and time again.
And also, their mid-range game has been outstanding. They're just finding holes in the defense and exploiting them.
Oh, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
And just continuing to pile it on. Leonard is such a ruthless player.
Pass to Wembanyama. The three. The shot by Sohan, no good. The Clippers lead by 12. Outside Harden. Now Zubac. The drive by Powell. Back to Zubac. And blocked. That one goes careening off the glass.
And a comfortable win for them here. Game is out of reach. Good performance for the Clippers.
Well, Grant, I don't know if there was one deciding factor in this game, but I'd say shooting accuracy if I had to choose.
Agreed, B.A. They really went after quality looks and shot the ball with confidence.
That'll do it for this one. They've earned their 27th victory of the year tonight.
And with this victory, they have an edge in the season series at 2-1, with one more game to follow against this team.
And of all the highlights and performances we've seen here tonight, the one thing that stands out is what an unbelievable night it's been for Kawhi Leonard.
He did a great job following his team's game plan and not rushing anything on offense, which allowed him to catch fire.
And both free throws good for Wembanyama.
Honestly, we have never seen someone like Victor Wembanyama, a skilled 7.5-footer. I mean, the way he moves, it's unreal.
Now here's Harden. Out to Powell. Back to Harden. Zubac with a screen on Jones. Harden, the pass to Zubac. Up high and down it goes on the lob.
Terrific recognition from Harden. He has a sixth sense when it comes to getting guys open.
From Trey Jones.
So no problem for the Clippers as they get the win. Boy, a nice win on the road. By the time this one was winding down, this building was stone cold silent.
And that's exactly what you got to do. You have to try to take the crowd out of it.
All right, now let's check in with Allie LaForce. Allie, what do you have?
James, congratulations on a big win, but I ask you this. Where does this team need to continue to grow?
Our backbone, what we're going to rely on is our defense, and it's on us now defensively to be able to lock up, be able to communicate, and be able to sustain it for full quarters. And once we get that at a high level and consistently, it's going to be a problem.
Thanks, James. Back to you.
Allie, thank you as always. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Grant Hill, Richard Jefferson, and Allie LaForce, this is Brian Anderson. Thanks for watching the NBA, presented by 2K Sports. And we present the player of the game, Kawhi Leonard.